I've seen some crazy stats. I'd love to see if this is true, but the average retirement account is like super low these days when people retire.
Yes, and it's also you got that big income gap just like you have in the real world. So there's people that are the Northwest Mutual just came out with a piece right before COVID. They surveyed a bunch of folks and asked, how much do you think you need to comfortably retire?
Right.
And this was 4 or 5 years ago. It was $500,000. They just surveyed the same folks this year or last year. It jumped to 1.8 million, and that's
Holy
because
crap.
of how expensive things are getting. Inflation is people. This is, I think, a common misnomer for most folks is they think inflation is like a reset button at every year, but it's actually cumulative. My favorite comparison is there was a meme on X where it was like, I'm on a weight loss program. I gained 5 pounds a year ago. I gained 10 pounds the year before that, 11 pounds the year before that. But this year, I lost 4 pounds. So why am I still fat? Well, because it's cumulative, right? You can't actually just have one good year of losing inflation and it doesn't erase the rest of it.
Yeah.
So prices are rising exponentially. We're printing more money than we were having before. So at the same time where you're paying more today, if you put even just $100,000 in the savings account and just let it sit there, the yield you're getting is not keeping up with inflation itself. So you're kind of getting this double whammy effect. I can't save enough because everything's getting so expensive. And what I do save is kind of disappearing right before my eyes. And so alternatives like Bitcoin make sense. It's scarcity. Scarcity when you're thinking about retirement.
Yeah. Is there a minimum they got to contribute if they want to do a Bitcoin IRA?
For a Bitcoin IRA, our minimum is $1,000. For your annual contribution, most folks don't know this. If you're under 50, you can contribute up to $7,500 a year. And you really should, because there's no reset button on that either. You can't go back 5 years from now and be like, okay, I finally have money. I'd like to do the last 5 years of contributions. That's not how the IRS works. They only give you the year by year. If you're over 50, which surprisingly enough, we have 75% of our clients are born before 1976. You can do up to 8,500. It's kind of, they call it the catch up. And actually, when I started in the retirement industry just 14 years ago, that number was 5,500, and now it's all the way got up to 8,000 because the government sees what we see is it's taking more to meet those levels because of inflation and the amount of money in supply.